What's going on YouTube? Mr. Knife Guy here, and today I'm showing you a pretty cool little knife. It's one that I really enjoy carrying around just down to the beach, and that's going to be the BRNLY SQD-2. This is the carbon peel ply variant with the titanium on the back, and it has this anodized purple hardware. It is a 3-inch spear point blade, and it's a cool little knife on bearings. I don't know who the OEM is on this knife, and I don't think they say on their website, but it is a cool knife. So I've had it asked from me, is this knife worth getting? And that's kind of a mixed answer, because yes, I do think this knife is worth getting. I do really like this knife. It's a cool little knife. It has the M390 steel that's made in Italy, so I would think that maybe that Lion OEM is making it. They just did a Spyderco knife. This is Italian though, as it says on the blade. And the MSRP on these, if I'm not mistaken, is right around $350. So if you go to BRNLY's website, you can actually still get this knife as the last time I checked, but the only one you can get is a special one that I believe is $425. So it's kind of one of the ones that they hand did a little design that looks something like that. BRNLY's logo, their signature is the rose. And BRNLY is a really cool brand. They make a lot of cool EDC gear. They have a pretty big following, so I really like them, and that's what made me want to get this knife. Now, the Squid is also produced a lower end model by Columbia River and Knife Tool Company for around $50. You can get those on Blade HQ. So let's get back to the Squid though. At $350 MSRP, no, I don't think you're getting a $350 knife. It is M390. It does have nice components. You have the titanium, everything's titanium, purple anodized hardware, a nice carbon fiber show scale, but for me, it's just not there. There's not enough about this knife that screams $350. Now I know manufacturing. I've been in manufacturing, US manufacturing for 17 years. I'm an engineer, and I can tell you the price of doing stuff is expensive. So be it as it may, they're probably not making a killing on this knife at that price point. If you can get it on the secondary, around $200, and I'll tell you guys, I paid less than that for this. I would recommend doing it. Anywhere from $200 to $250, yeah, it's pretty cool. And if you pay $350 and you buy it from them, you're supporting a cool American company, so it is worth getting. But for me personally, I don't want to spend $350 on this. It's not that appealing to me to where I would go out and do that. Some people it would be. It's got a really solid lockup. It's got a really nice, there is a lock bar insert in there. The detent feels really good. It's a little stiffer, still drops shut. You know, I've tuned it a little bit, but you know, the detent isn't as tight as I would like it to be to really get that loaded flick. It's a little small, so it is hard if you have bigger hands to kind of manipulate it, you know, flicking it out with your finger. It's gonna just fill the hand. It does have a nice ergonomic feel to it. It's got some jimping, you can choke up on it, and that's about all it has going for it, guys. It's just a cool knife. Maybe you're into it, maybe you're not. At the price I got it for, I'm into it. So let's compare it to some other blades. First, kind of everyone knows this one, the PM2 by Spyderco. The Paramilitary 2 is going to be substantially bigger than the BRNLY Squid. Next, we'll compare it to the McNeese Gen 2 Mac 2 3.5. So this is the 3.5 inch blade length. You can see it's a little bit closer in size. You know, still the McNeese is going to be a lot bigger of a knife. Great knife, by the way. If you checked one of these out, definitely worth having in any collection. And then finally, let's compare it to the Roosevelt by Oz Machine Co. Very similar in size. Almost about the same in size. And, you know, I'm going to go with, other than Oz having this really cool, just high choke up point, which gives you so much more real estate out of the smaller knife, it's pretty similar. You know, it feels pretty similar. Not quite as comfy. It's got a little bit more hot spots to it, but, you know, that's pretty close in size. And if you know anything about knives, you know about the Roosevelt, so you know that's worth owning. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the BRNLY Squid. I just wanted to show it off because I've had some people ask some questions about it, my opinion, if it's worth owning, if it's worth buying. It's a cool knife, like any knife. All knives are pretty cool. I've never had a knife where I was like, that's not cool. Maybe other than the Ontario Rat, which drives me crazy, but that's another story. Alright guys, so thanks for checking out my channel. Thanks for checking out this knife. I really hope you enjoyed, and I gave you a little bit of insight into whether or not you would like to own this knife. So that's going to be it, guys. Like always, enjoy your knives.